Hey everybody, welcome to Nutri Buddies. My name is Mike Pingle. I am your host, or the man behind the scenes. Today we have, of course, Tanya and Sarah going to be doing some great stuff. I just want to let you know what you need to do. If you have any questions and you're on Facebook, please just post it in the comments and I'll ask the questions during the show. And if you're in Zoom and you want to come on camera and have a question, just raise your hand and I'll bring you in there when we're ready to talk about and take your questions. All right, I'm going dark, so ladies, take it away.
Okay. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you, Tanya?
I'm just fantastic.
Good.
I'm really happy with the election, and the weather's clearing up now down here. It was raining this morning, and everything's great.
Excellent. Yeah. No, it's a happy day. I'm thrilled too, and it's good.
It's really
Life is good. So today we're going to be making a healthy breakfast cereal. So I like to call this recipe "Get Your Gut Going" because it is chock full of wonderful nuts and seeds and healthy fats.
Mm-hmm.
So are we ready to start making it? Should we start making it?
Sure, let's start.
Okay. All right. So first, let me tell you the ingredients I'm going to use. I'm going to use chia seeds. Okay. And I'm going to use some hemp hearts. These are sliced almonds and flaxseed, which this is whole flaxseed. We are going to be grinding it up in our grinder. And that's important because you don't want to grind it until the last minute because you don't get all the nutrients out of it if you pre-grind it. And then we have unsweetened shredded coconut. Now, I have this here just to show you. This is also coconut, but this is like flaked coconut. You know, you can see it's bigger chunks. Tasty. Anyway, what you want to use is you want to use this. You want to use the finely shredded coconut. Why? Because it just tastes better. I like the way it tastes better. Okay. It's really simple, very, very simple. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of chia seeds. I have myself a glass bowl here. Quarter cup. Quarter cup of shredded coconut, unsweetened.
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened, yes.
Yep.
1/4 cup of hemp hearts. And a 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. And then flax, we want 2 tablespoons of flax.
What
Sorry,
are
Tanya.
hemp hearts, Sarah?
I'm sorry, what?
What are hemp hearts?
Hemp is technically it's a nut, and it has over 30% fat. It's rich in essential fatty acids and omega-3s. It's kind of got a nutty flavor to it. Very beneficial, very healthy for you. So I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons. And now this is just a coffee grinder, but I exclusively use it for only basically flax. I don't want coffee in there. It's gonna get kind of loud for a second because I'm gonna grind it. Okay, that's been ground. And then that's gonna go in with my mix. cinnamon, we have to talk about cinnamon because cinnamon, most cinnamon that you buy is cassia cinnamon. That's not really true cinnamon. So when you purchase cinnamon, you want to look for Ceylon cinnamon.
Ceylon?
Ceylon cinnamon. And the reason that you want to look for Ceylon cinnamon is because all cinnamon has coumarin in it, which is basically it's a chemical. It's a chemical that the plant produces. But too much of it can be bad and toxic for your liver, or can cause kidney problems and stuff. So you don't want to have excessive amounts of coumarin when you eat cinnamon, because that can be really bad for your health. So yeah. You don't want to eat it every day, but if you eat the Ceylon cinnamon, it has extremely low levels, so it's not a problem. So make sure that you buy Ceylon cinnamon and not the other varieties, Viennese or cassia.
Can you find that at Trader Joe's?
You can find it pretty much at any grocery store, especially the ones like Jimbo's or Trader Joe's. Yeah.
Oh, great.
You can even find it at the regular grocery stores like Vons and Statter Brothers. They now have a section in the grocery store where they sell more organics, like Bob's Red Mill, and so you can find it sometimes if you're lucky in that section of the grocery store. Yeah. And going to need 1 tablespoon. Seems like a lot, but as long as it's Ceylon cinnamon, you're okay. Whole tablespoon of Ceylon cinnamon. And now for my secret ingredient, doesn't look like anything special, but this, you mix it all up. My secret ingredient is HO Labs distilled water. And I have boiled some, so you want to have it hot. Because what's going to happen is when you pour this into this mixture, it's going to expand, and you want to pour the water in and stir it up and wait about 2 to 5 minutes. And what's going to happen is those chia seeds are going to expand because they take on a lot of water. And when that's expanded in just a couple minutes, you'll stir it again, and then you will serve it with a Granny Smith apple, which I really like. So I'm just going to cut up a Granny Smith apple here in chunks. And I serve it with fresh almond milk and maple syrup and a Granny Smith apple.
That's great.
Yeah, it's very, very good for your gut health. Flaxseed, has benefits. It has protein and fiber and omegas in it. The nuts are good for your eye health. Almonds has all kinds of vitamins and minerals and B6. So super healthy. Depending on how much apple you like, it's really just a personal preference. You can also use banana. If you like banana,
Yeah, crazy about bananas. You cut the apples in little pieces.
I wouldn't say little, I'd say, actually they're quite big chunks, like an inch, half inch to an inch. Depends on what you like.
Yeah.
I like them on the bigger side. I don't really like them minced up and too small because this cereal is kind of soft, and some people say, oh, it's mushy. So I like the different texture of having the hard, crunchy apple, which is why I don't prefer bananas in there. But you could put a banana, or you could put whatever you want in there, as far as that's concerned. See, you can see it starting to thicken up. I don't know if you've ever worked with chia seeds or done anything with them, but they expand. They hold, I think, 10 times their weight. And when you add water, it's crazy. They're, yeah. Let's see. So we're gonna get a bowl to put the cereal in, and you can see it's already expanded quite a bit.
So the cereal's warm.
Yeah. when you pour the hot water in, it's definitely warm. I can feel it. So the hot water has made it warm. And when you put your almond milk, or you can use coconut milk, whatever you want. If you don't want that cold right out of the fridge, which I don't mind it cold, you can heat up your milk. So it looks kind of brown right now at this stage, and that's because of all the cinnamon that's in there. So you just put your apples on the top. And I'm gonna grab my milk and my maple syrup from my fridge. This is 100% pure maple syrup from Canada. And I use Elmhurst almond milk. I really like that. So I'm gonna put it on cold. It's not a big deal because I don't mind it cold. And I just put a little bit of that on. And then some maple syrup on the top. Over the top.
I always use maple syrup rather than honey.
It's so good for you. There's a lot more health benefits. I mean, if you're going to eat sugar, maple syrup and honey are your two best because they actually give things to your body to take it away. I don't know if you can see this very well, but it looks pretty now. And it's for you. Very, very good. Very wonderful. And that's my recipe. Fast and easy, and it gets your gut going, and it has tons of antioxidants, fiber, minerals, all the good things that your body needs. And what happens is we eat so many bad things, and we get like lazy gut. We eat all these refined sugars and these terrible things, and our gut gets completely lazy, and your gut makes these peristaltic movements that it's supposed to, and that's what helps move the food through. And when we constantly eat processed foods and refined sugars, our gut doesn't have to work hard. So when you eat foods like this, what it does is it makes those peristaltic movements, and it really cleans out all the nooks and crannies in your gut, and it helps get things moving, prevents hemorrhoids and constipation. It's just this cereal, every time I feel constipated, this is what I go for. And it makes you feel good. There's so many benefits from just the nuts and seeds, that your eye health, everything. So anyway, eat more nuts and seeds and you'll be better off and happier.
Yeah.
Happy
What
to
a
get
great recipe. That sounds a lot like kashi,
Yeah.
the kashi. I'm always looking for that in stores, but I can't even find it anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, it's like granola. What happens is they take a good product, and either a large company buys them out and they become not so clean anymore. So the best thing to do with even granola is because they start putting the bad oils in it, like the canola and the safflower and the natural flavors. So, it's really at that point, there's no point in buying it. You could go home and make your own. And it's actually healthier for you, tastier, fresher, and easier.
Oh, yeah, much, much healthier and much tastier. Yeah.
And this is, of course, made with we use the water. So we know that the water that we're putting in it is also pure and healthy. And all the other ingredients are good.
Yeah, that's important to know that the distilled water goes in there.
Yeah. So that's it. It's very fast. It's very simple. And it's good for you.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds good for you. I think I want to try it tonight or tomorrow morning.
You should. You should. And, a lot of people don't eat all of this makes, I would say this could make 2 to 3 servings. So a little bit goes a long way because, like I said, the chia expands. So you just put this in the fridge, and then in the morning, it's all ready to go. You just heat it up and.
Oh, yeah. That's what I do with my oatmeal, my stone ground oatmeal. I put it in the night before and simmer it and pretty well cook it. By the morning, it's completely cooked and it's cool. So you have to heat it up, but man, is it delicious.
Yeah, and you're not wasting any time because you've prepared it, and so you know that you're not gonna fall off the wagon and say, oh, I think I'll just have that cold piece of pizza. You know.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do right now, you know, especially I know me, you know, I've been stress eating, watching the TV, and sometimes it's easier just to go to the pantry and open a bag of chips or something. So if you have good things in your fridge, it's a lot, you know, you don't
Good
have
thing in the fridge. I try not to have anything bad around here because if I should have sweets or something, I'll just gobble them right up, being a sugar freak that I was all my life. Even though I was healthy, I still ate sugar. So that's really hard. The best thing to do is clear your house out of it.
Yeah, especially if you know that about yourself. If those are your habits and you know that you really have a hard time staying away from them, it is easier to just remove it from your household kitchen. And what I do is I like to prepare carrots or celery, quick grabbing things that I can just quickly grab, because I know, I mean, my kids and, you know, everybody in my family, first thing they do is they head straight to the pantry. And I say, don't do that, go to the fridge. But then they're like, oh, well, we have to wash it and cut it, and that's too much work.
Yeah.
So if you do preparation, even something simple like cut up a melon, you know, a honeydew or a watermelon or carrots, bell pepper, things like that, and then make yourself a homemade hummus, that also provides protein. And I think a lot of times people, they don't feel satisfied when they think of eating just vegetables. So if you have hummus with the vegetables, that gives you a little bit of
Absolutely. I love hummus.
yeah. And it's super easy to make. I have a great recipe for that. That's super, super easy to make. As long as you've got cooked garbanzo beans, it's really easy. Yeah. And it's really really good for you.
I roast garbanzo beans with a little oil on them. I put them on a baking sheet and I put them in the oven and roast them, and they taste so delicious. They just take a few minutes and they're like a treat.
Well, yeah, you can eat those potato chips almost, or you can, you know, because they're kind of crunchy when you roast them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would be almost like a chip at that point, but, you know, or like I would want to say like a corn nut. Remember how we used to eat those corn nuts? I don't know if you ever did, but I did.
I do. I love corn nuts. They're fantastic. I just went through a bag of them the other day.
Not the healthiest choice, but yeah. I mean, if you want to, you know, fatten yourself up, you know, I mean, what do? They, you know, when they want to fatten up a cow, they feed them corn. So yeah, corn will definitely put on the weight quick. But so the chickpeas are far better, far better option.
Yeah, and the chickpeas are they're just as delicious.
Yeah.
They're fantastic to me.
Well, maybe you could share the recipe with us.
Yeah, I'd love to. It's a very simple process. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, I have a couple of things on Facebook. People are watching us. Barry from Leeds, from the UK says hello.
Hi.
So we've gone international, ladies, international buddies. And Caroline says hello to Tanya and Sarah. Looking forward to more yummy, healthy recipes. Here at home, we made the pumpkin smoothie and we loved it from last week.
Oh, great.
Great. I'm so pleased. Good. That's excellent. Good. Glad to hear.
And Alex says hello from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Hi.
And so with that breakfast, can we eat that every morning? Would that be a something that you could eat all the time, or is that just the special times when you need something that moving?
I wouldn't do it every single day because it is very moving. So, I mean, once a week is fine, but I wouldn't eat it every single day. No.
But I eat my steel cut oatmeal almost every day, and I find that no problem at all.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, oatmeal is fine, but you know, with these other ingredients like flax and hemp and chia seeds.
Yeah.
They are more, they act more as a, like a cleaning for your gut. And so, I mean, some people do eat chia pudding and because it's high in protein and they eat it every day. It depends. Depends on your condition, your health condition, what it currently is in at the moment. If you have, if you, I wouldn't recommend, especially if you have diverticulitis or something like that, and you have a problem with your gut health, you might want to ask your doctor first, and you might want to stay away from specific things like, seeds, and because the chia seed really expands. And when you eat chia seeds, you want to make sure that you add a lot of water because they expand. So if you don't have a lot of water with it, and you don't want to eat it dry, because if you eat it dry and you have problems like choking problems or something like that, it could get caught and then expand, and that would cause a problem. So you want to talk to your doctor and make sure that if you have a condition that may or may not be the best thing for you.
Sure.
Yeah, but if you're otherwise healthy and you're looking to improve your gut health and you don't have any problems, you just, sometimes constipated, or you're pretty much, then you're safe to eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a great recipe. I can't wait to try it.
Thank you. Yes, it's tasty and good. I like it.
So what is both of yours go-to breakfast in the morning?
Mine is steel cut oatmeal with an.
Mine varies. I do a lot of different things. It depends on, because some days, I'll have a smoothie. And then some days I wake up and I don't really want to eat anything. I don't want to have anything until like 12 or 1 o'clock. I just kind of listen to my body. And what I do is I do the combination. So one day I eat really high carbs, healthy carbs, like brown rice and quinoa,
Sure.
things, and beans. And then, so I do that once a week. And then also one day a week, after which I have the high carb day, I fast. And I drink nothing except for distilled water all day. Maybe I'll have a cup of tea or something of herbal tea. But that has really been shown to help our reset our hormones and our metabolism, and it's anti-aging. There's so many benefits. And I used to kind of think that fasting was crazy. And the reason I didn't like fasting was because everybody had this special drink you had to drink, and that's really not necessary. Now, if you fast more than 1 day a week, that's not good. But 1 day a week is safe. They've proven it's safe.
Yeah, I fast a day a week always. I sometimes go on the yoga fast, which is maple syrup, lemon, and cayenne pepper, and distilled water. Mm-hmm. And I drink, about a half a gallon of it a day. And I just fast for sometimes 3 or 4 days.
Now, you said you're fasting and you're using the maple syrup in your fast?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna spike your sugar. So that's gonna, that's gonna make sure that you're not in complete fast.
I got the recipe from the yoga fast.
Huh. I have to look in that.
They put in cayenne pepper and lemon, so maybe that.
Well, cayenne pepper is definitely good for your metabolism. It helps your metabolism. But the sugar, maple syrup is great for you. I love maple syrup, and I love honey. Like I said, those are my 2 favorite sugars, because most sugar just robs from your body, where those actually give you some positive benefit and nutrients. But anytime, that's why when I'm on my fast, I don't put sugar in my tea if I have like a peppermint tea at the end of the day, because it will spike your insulin, and it will make it basically ends your fast.
I think, it's so world renowned, that yoga fast, that I wonder if maybe the cayenne pepper or the lemon delineates the bad things about the maple syrup. I think they give you that for energy or something.
It could. Well, lemon is very, very good for you. Excellent. Yeah. No. Well, that's good. I fast 1 day a week, and then I normally have, sometimes I'll have a protein meal. I'll make a smoothie and I'll add extra protein to it. But I know that when I eat protein in the morning, it holds me longer. I feel satisfied. It doesn't spike my insulin. And my weight is, I keep it in check better that way. I don't have the fluctuations, the water weight or the fluctuations.
Yes.
Because we all do.
We have a question from online. Sorry to interrupt, ladies. Wendy asked, what is steel cut oatmeal?
It's cut with steel, and I don't know how it's ground. Would you know that, Sarah, how they cut it?
Well, I think it's more of the whole grain steel cut oatmeal. It normally takes like 40 to 50 minutes to cook it. Does yours take that long, Tanya?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more of the whole oat. You know, they take the outer part off, but they leave, you know, with regular oats, they hold that and they take the inner part out and they chop it and cut it, where steel cut are going to be more of a whole grain. That's why they're taking 40 to 50 minutes to cook. Whereas your other ones, your regular oats, you know, you can eat those raw and you can, you know, you don't really have to
put some almond milk in them and eat them almost cold, the regular flat oatmeal that you get, like Quaker Oats.
Yeah, and that is definitely a healthy carb for sure. But
Yeah.
if you're trying to lose weight, you want to keep your carb meals down, your healthy carb meals down to, you know, once or twice a week.
Nice. I personally have a question now. I've been drinking the distilled water, and a friend of mine looked at I have psoriasis, and my friend looked at my skin the other day and says, it's looking better. And I looked down, I'm like, it is. Would that be, would a result of maybe drinking the distilled water every day?
What, your skin looking better?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it goes in and it's basically, it's purifying. It's you're detoxifying all those things. I mean, water is a detoxifier. It goes in and it cleans out all the toxins that we're constantly exposed to. And we are exposed to thousands of toxins every single day, whether it's, and water is the biggest one, but water, the air you breathe, the products you put on your skin, your hair, everything, things that you use, furniture in your house, the plastic bottles. I mean, it's everywhere. You can't get rid of all toxins, but you can get rid of, you can really limit them, but you have to be really diligent.
If you limit them enough, I was thinking when Mike told me that's very possible. For a while, Michael was going on a gluten-free diet.
That's good.
Yeah, I've started that too. But
well, because inflammation, what it is you have a lot of inflammation in your body. Those things like dairy, wheat, and gluten, and even soy are high inflammation foods. And so when you remove those and the water, you drink the distilled water that's pure, it's going to help facilitate the removal of all those contaminants and toxins. And you're not drinking city water, which has all the contaminants and, you know, pesticides and mercury and lead, arsenic and everything else, putting it in your body. So yes, it would act and it would help your skin.
Because I've been using a Brita machine for a very long time, and I was told only Brita just kind of covers the taste of the bad water, doesn't do anything to it.
Oh yeah. Brita. That was the first sold one that they sold nationally or internationally, and I was told the same thing. It just makes it taste good, but it doesn't do anything for you.
Well, that is, there's a lot of myth and misconceptions about water, and water is so important because, you know, more people die every single day of waterborne illnesses than any other diseases out there. It's what's in the water before it's distilled is scary.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow.
Really,
so
really.
Right, folks. H2O Labs. Check them out.
Drink the purest water you can possibly drink. H2O Labs.
Like rainwater.
Huh?
Like rainwater.
Like rainwater. Yeah.
Exactly.
Freshly made, like a rain in the chamber every single day. Very
That's
good.
fantastic. So, okay, so it's been a great day today. What are you guys doing later this evening? Are you eating anything fun? Doing anything? Just gonna go take a nap?
Well, no, I'm gonna celebrate, and so is Lance, with a turkey dinner.
Ooh,
Thing and the works from Trader Joe's. That's
so you're celebrating Thanksgiving early?
no, we're celebrating the election.
Oh, with a turkey. That's great.
Yeah.
Is it a grass-fed turkey? 100% grass.
It's a French recipe where it's rolled with stuffing inside it, and outside is bread.
Mm.
And it's really healthy, and it comes with gravy and cranberry sauce. You had it.
Yes, I had it too. It's a Trader Joe's secret recipe, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's
Believe.
great.
And Sarah, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take a nap after this?
Me? Well, I don't know. Now you got me thinking about turkey, but I was going to order my turkey from a farm. It's an organic farm. It's 100% pasture raised and grass fed, not just grass finished. So it's going to cost me a little extra to get that, but it's definitely worth it because it's free of hormones and all that good stuff. Because every time you eat meat and the commercial meats, they pump the hormones in it. Well, that's going in your body, and it's affecting your hormones too. So you have to be really careful when you choose. Yeah.
Great. Well, we're going to wrap up with one last question from Alex on Facebook. He asked, is there a difference between distilled water and spring water? What is best?
Actually, go ahead with this one, Sarah. I'm not absolutely sure about that. I think it's distilled water.
Well, most natural springs, there's hardly any natural springs that aren't contaminated in this world, unfortunately. I think there's only one left, and I don't remember exactly where that is. But when you hear most people say, oh, it's spring water, it's nothing more than just filtered water. Like bread. So you could take that spring water and you could put it in one of our units, in our H2O lab units, and you could put it in and go through the distillation process, and you would still find contaminants left behind. So just the difference between is that it's completely, distilled water is free of all contaminants. It's the purest water you can possibly drink. And it is more pure than spring or even well water. Well water can be contaminated. A lot of people think that well water and spring water are the same thing. Oh, I drink water out of my well. And then they get it tested and they find out it has high levels of arsenic and, lead. So it's, there's a lot of misunderstanding about, how pure spring water is, natural spring water.
Sure. It's like geyser.
Yeah, and it's contaminated with heavy metals and arsenic and, environmental runoff and other things, especially right now with the environment, the state of the environment. So you have all those environmental concerns.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's a good way to end the show. Drink distilled water.
Drink distilled water. It's the purest, freshest water possible that you can drink.
And the sweetest.
And the sweetest, Tanya. Refreshing. Yeah, it's wonderfully refreshing. We love it.
Well, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you, Sarah and Tanya, for another healthy show.
Thank you, and we hope to see you next week. We can share some other recipes. I'm going to start to share recipes that are fast, quick, and easy. I don't know if you like seaweed, but seaweed is also a really good detoxifier. It's really good at taking heavy metals out of your body, which we're exposed to heavy metals all the time.
Uh-huh.
If you're cooking on a cookie sheet,
I love seaweed. Real Food Daily, that restaurant?
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of seaweed there as vegetable.
Well, like nori or dulse, yeah. Like flat nori sheets, kind of sandwiches, or like or dulse, yeah.
Or just made like spinach.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of quick. A lot of people use the nori sheets and they do rolls. That I have a recipe that I can do. It's like mango and broccoli sprouts and avocado with cucumbers, and you wrap it up in a nori. But you can also use collard greens. They make a really good wrap for sandwiches, so you don't have to use, if you're trying to be gluten free and you're trying to stay away from bread. That's another easy, quick, good, healthy.
All right. Well, everyone jump by here next week and we'll have some really more great, fantastic things to eat.
Okay. Good to see you, Sarah.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.